Engine roar, gravel fly, Cedar Lake's the scene. Dirt race full of grace, checkered flag supreme. Heartbreaker 50 tearing down the track. Dust cloud, crowd loud, no turning back. Speedway thrill, cows dire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory street. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night lights shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Play to lake, wait, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, pows tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory street. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Speedway thrill, heart pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory's reach. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night lights shining bright, metal grind. Drivers leave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Cedar Lake, wake, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, cows dire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory free. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Mud sling, gear sing, throttle push hard. Cheering blast, nothing past, relentless yard. Turn and burn, drivers earn, stay so high. Fierce blaze, earn their praise, make them sigh. Make them sigh. Make them sigh.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here this afternoon. As Dylan Murray, Dylan coming in, showing the love, says, what up, big dog? What up, Dylan? Dylan coming in with that like and the share on the broadcast as we get ready to rumble here with the Heartbreaker 50 this afternoon. We got a absolutely giant field of drivers here, a ton of fast cats and a lot of drivers that are looking to try to cash in and earn themselves the extra payday here this afternoon from the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway. As drivers roll out onto the racetrack, we'll get ready here for heat race number one. Heat race number one about to come right at you. Top 6 will transfer through to our A main feature event. The bottom 4 here in heat race number 1 will go to our consolation races. Kyle Brennan will lead us to the green flag. It's Taylor Kleeman there to his outside. Alex Harper, JJ Crow, Sean Weekland, Trevin McCrillis, Jacob Folds, Blake Henn, Ryan Barrett, and Timmy Belong bringing up the rear of the field back in that 10th position as 10 drivers, 6 transfer spots up for grabs. Who will pick up the Heartbreaker 50? Heat race win number 1, powered by Turn 4 Promotions, Esports Dirt Promotions. As these drivers get ready to rumble down into corner number 4, the green flag is quickly into the air here at Cedar Lake Speedway. That number 4 rider, Kyle Brennan, was able to lead us down into corner number 1, but gets up into the outside fence. He will slide back into second as the 97 of Taylor Kleeman will lead lap number 1, and we see our first caution flag of the day. So it didn't take long opening lap, we see the 21 ride of JJ Crow run into some issues here. Let's take a look back and see what happens to JJ out there on the Speedway. There's a little contact heading down into corner number 3 here, and looks like that 128 ride going to get into him. Unfortunately, shoves that Dark Horse Racing number 21 ride hard up into the outside fence. The 71 ride trying to slide through there as well as Trevin McCrillis tries to work himself through that contact. See that 21 up and into the outside wall right there. Let's get another look at it. See this in full speed as that contact coming in pretty hard down low, and unfortunately that contact enough to send that 21 up into the outside fence, and that's not the way JJ wanted his night to get underway. So we'll stack them up, we'll rack them up, we'll get ready to do it all over again. A lucky break for Kyle Brennan as he will hold on to the top spot. So the number 4 ride will stay out in front as the caution flag came out before the 97 ride of Taylor Kleeman was able to leave the lap. So that's going to mix things up once again here at the front of the field as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. It's out at corner number 4, the 4 ride, quickly back onto the lap pedal, looking to try to get a better turn down through quarter 1 and 2. Pancakes the outside fence just a little bit down the back straightaway, but leads us down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It is Kyle Brennan who will keep himself out in front that time, but that 97 ride is putting the pressure on his back bumper. Taylor Kleeman wants that top spot. He wants to jump back out in front and keep the pressure right on the back bumper of our race leader. Alex Harper back there in that 3rd spot. He's not too far away as a pair of HE Racing rides try to work themselves towards the front of the field. It's Sean Weekland back in position number 4 with Trevin McCrillis in the 71 back in position number 5, and in that 6th and final transfer spot it is the 69 ride of Blake Hen trying to keep himself right there in a transfer position as he rolls the inside lane. The 128 of Jacob Bolts trying to get hooked up on the outside groove as the NLRA machine right there pounding the outside groove, looking to try to find his way into that 6th and final transfer spotting quickly. The laps are getting clicked out, and now we see him get up into the outside fence. He's going to lose a lot more time right there down the back straightaway to the number 69 ride, and that's exactly what Blake Hen wants to see. He gives himself a little bit of breathing room, now migrates up to the outside of the racetrack as well as right in front of him. Trevin McCrillis and Sean Weekland duking it out here for position number 4, and now a big run into the 69. He'll take him 3 wide down through corner 1 and 2. 3 wide racing here in the Heartbreaker 50, live from Cedar Lake Speedway as Taylor Kleeman able to jump up, take that race lead. The beautiful HE Racing ride will be our race leader on the final lap as down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, it's Taylor Kleeman who picks up heat race win number 1. Kyle Brennan in 2nd, Alex Harper in 3rd with Trevin McCrillis, Sean Weekland and Blake Hen rounding out our 6 transfer spots here in our first heat race of the day as we'll get ready to rumble here for heat race number 2. Drivers getting loaded into the sim is Cody McCoy. What's good, Cody? Cody coming in showing the love with the like on the stream. It says, yo, 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 we making a comeback. Let's get it, Cody. That's what we like to see, brother. We like to see a good comeback story out there on the racetrack. Is Dalton Allen also coming in with that share on the broadcast as well. Says Heat $350 to win tonight. That is what's on the line for our race winner, the checkered flag holder at the end of our A main feature event. $150 into their back pocket. As we'll get them stacked up, we'll get them racked up, we'll get ready to rumble here for heat race number 2, and leading us down to the green flag in the 07 machine. That is the NLRA ride of Stephen Gaines. To his outside is another NLRA machine. That is the number 13 15 ride of Michael Clark. Clark will start there in position number 2. Starting in the 3rd spot, it's the 87 of Landon Curran. Curran will start back in 3rd with Daryl Bass in the 90 ride to his outside. Christopher Joy in the 32 will start in that 5th position. Beautiful orange and black ride. We're loving the orange and black. That car is looking fresh out there on the Speedway. The 04 of Ben Flores rolling there in that 6th position with the 117 of Dee's Price back in 7th. To his outside, the 03, that is Brady Shriver. Shriver back there in the 8th position, and it's Alan Bergen. Bergen will bring up the rear of the field, and the Mac Tools number 2 ride is unfortunately the 315 of John Robinson. Not out there on the racetrack to start this heat race. As here you go, 9 drivers, 6 more transfer spots up for grabs as we'll get ready to rumble here again from Cedar Lake. It's the 07 of Stephen Gaines who will quickly jump onto the lap pedal. He will lead us down in to corner number 1 and nice and easy through corner number 2. The 07 of Stephen Gaines looking to lead lap number 1 here in our 2nd heat race of the day. And mission accomplished there in the opening lap as Gaines out in front, a couple car lengths between himself and the 13 of Michael Clark. Clark trying to hold on to that 2nd spot as here comes the 87 of Landon Curran. Curran right there, and you see that 32 right up. Christopher Joy trying to make some moves here. He's got the outside lane, which looks to be the preferred way around the racetrack as of right now for these UMP modified drivers, and he will be able to pick up a spot, move himself around Daryl Bass, and move Bass now back into that 5th position. A little bit of a slide job right there out of Joy as Joy in the 87 of Curran. Door to door here for position number 3 on the Speedway, and Christopher Joy says, I'm not done yet. I'm going to try to track down our top 2 drivers out there on the racetrack, trying to leave those guys back there behind him in the dust. As the 87 of Landon Curran trying to hold on to that 4th position. Daryl Bass there in position number 5, and in that 6th and final transfer spot, it is the 04 of Ben Flores. Flores back there in that 5th position now as he's able to roll around the outside of the 90 line, moving Daryl Bass now into the hot seat here. So Bass in the hot seat, he knows he needs to hang on to the 6th position if he wants to punch his ticket straight on through to our A main feature event. Dee's Price, he's on the outside looking in, so it's in Brody Shriver back there in that 03 machine, and Alan Bergen, unfortunately running into some issues off the pace right now in this number 2 machine, and he is back in that 9th spot. He's about 4, almost 5 seconds behind the tail of the field. And Stephen Gaines out in front. Gaines has been a man on a mission from the drop of the green flag, and now we'll see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for the 07, the Fusion Setup Shop UDTV number 07 of Stephen Gaines down through 3, and out of 4, it's Stephen Gaines who will pick up heat race win number 2 here in the Heartbreaker 50. Michael Clark there in 2nd. Christopher Joy back in 3rd with Landon Curran, Ben Flores, and Daryl Bass in the 6th and final transfer spot there in heat race number 2. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 3 is about to get underway. Heat race number 3 jumping out onto the racetrack, and these drivers are ready to go to battle here once again. As starting on the pole as Angel Ortega, unfortunately, is not in this race. That is, I do believe, one of our admin crew members here this afternoon. I could be wrong. There is Angel. Angel loading into the sim here, so I was wrong. My mistake there on that one, so just took a little longer there, but we do see that Q Speed number 18 at Angel Ortega there loaded into the sim, getting ready to rock and roll from the pole. To his outside in the 8 ride, that is Michael Hackett. Hackett will start in position number 2 with Tyler Bigford. Bigford in that 07 will start in position number 3. To his outside in the number 43 ride, that is Grady Ehrman. Ehrman in in the beautiful Fusion Setup Shop number 43 ride. He'll start there in 4th with Levi Fisher in the 13, who will start in that 5th position. It's Tanner Tomasi to his outside, as Tomasi will start back in position number 6. Starting in position number 7 is the 81 ride. That's David Cannon to his outside in the number 17. It's Dalton D. Rosa. And bringing up the rear of the field in the other 07 ride out on the racetrack, it's the GSR machine. It's Dan McLeod. McLeod will start back there at the rear of the field as we get ready to rock and roll. Angel Ortega quickly onto the loud pedal and will lead us to the 3rd heat race green flag of the afternoon. Door-to-door action behind that 18 ride as Angel trying to hold on to the top spot, but here comes Michael Hackett. Hackett down low looking to try to put the pressure onto the inside of the 18, and here comes that outside groove. Look out as Tanner Tomasi gets tight on quarter entry and almost clips that outside fence as Tomasi holds it on to that 5th position right now. He's quickly been able to work himself around that 13 ride of Levi Fisher. As Fisher, not so lucky, gets up into the outside fence. There is our 2nd caution flag of the day. So our 2nd caution flag will be displayed as the 13 ride. Levi Fisher making a heavy contact with the outside fence. Let's take a little look back and see what happens here. Not sure if there was any contact here between him and David Cannon. Cannon was back behind him, but it looks like the 13 just gets in there. A little bit of a weird angle, unfortunately up and over the cushion and in those marbles, and finds his way into the outside fence, and that's where we'll see caution flag number 2 on the day. Our first caution flag here of heat race number 3. That's the 13. Did head down pit side, getting those repairs, getting back out onto the racetrack, and rejoin the rear of the field and look to try to work his way back up towards a transfer spot as Angel Ortega out in front here. Ortega leading the way here this afternoon. The Q Speed 511 number 18 machine, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Michael Hackett sitting solidly there in 2nd. Tyler Bickford back there in position at number 3 as Bicky trying to work his way up towards the front of the pack. Grady Ehrman back there in the 4th position with Tanner Tomasi. David Cannon now into that 6th and final transfer spot as Dalton D. Rosa on the outside looking in. Same with Dan McLeod and Levi Fisher as we go back to green flag racing here at Cedar Lake Speedway as Angel out in front looking to try to keep all these drivers back there at bay as each and every one of them put on a heck of a show for us. As Brandon Holmeyer coming in with that like on the street. Holmeyer coming in, show the love here with that thumbs up on the broadcast. Charlie Minders also coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the broadcast as well. I appreciate that, fellas, coming in, showing the love here in this one. As out in front, the 18 rider Angel Ortega continuing to lead the way as down low Michael Hackett just can't quite find the run that he's been looking for to try to take that race lead away from the 18 machine. We do see Grady Ehrman. He's been able to work himself around Tyler Bickford as Bicky slides back into position number 4 as the 43 hooked up on the outside groove. And here comes Grady Ehrman. Ehrman trying to put himself into the show, but looking to try to be the show here in heat race number 3, trying to hunt down our top 2 competitors as they're starting to battle door to door out in front. Down low, a little contact. Look out, Michael Hackett almost going around. Tyler Bickford having to get onto the binders there. A little bit of front end contact as he gets into the back end of the 8 ride. And now look out, here comes Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi sliding his way around Grady Ehrman, and now right there, door to door for the race lead as the white flag has been displayed. One more time around for Tanner Tomasi. Showed up late to this heat race, and all of a sudden he's out in front and running away with it as it is Tanner Tomasi who will pick up heat race win number 3 this afternoon. Grady Ehrman will come home in 2nd. Angel Ortega back in 3rd. Michael Hackett, Tyler Bickford, and Dalton De Rosa gonna bring up the sixth and final transfer spot here this afternoon. As Jackson Whittingham, hopefully I'm saying that, Whittington coming in, showing the love. It says 511 race wraps representing right now. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. As here we go. We'll get ready for our first consolation race. So it looks like we are going to have a C main and a B main. Both only 3 laps. Top 5 from each will transfer through into our A main feature event. So it looks like everybody here in our C main will work themselves into the show here. It's Levi Fisher will start on the outside of the front row. It's Ryan Barrett who will start in that top spot. So Barrett out in front will lead us to the green flag here in our C main consolation race. And then we see the 0-3 of Brady Shriver. Shriver back in position number 3. It's Tommy Boeing back there in Belong, back there in position number 4, and David Cannon in the 81 ride will bring up the rear of the field. So all 5 drivers will advance here, and it looks like potentially everybody will work themselves into our A main feature event. I'm not sure if anybody is going to go home early here this afternoon. We know that everybody here in this C main will work themselves into the show. We'll have to wait and see if it's a different story for the B main. It's out in front, Levi Fisher looking for the early race lead here in our C main consolation race. Levi Fisher out in front. Nice and easy down through 3 and out of corner number 4. Fisher will lead the first lap here in the C main as Ryan Barrett trying to hold on to that second spot. Down low, the 0-3 of Brady Shriver. Shriver looking to try to jump up and take that second spot away. Is down across the line. The white flag will be displayed. So the 3-lap consolation race, more or less for starting positions here in the C main, is about to come to a close. It's Levi Fisher out in front. Is down through corner number 3 and out of 4. It's Levi Fisher who will pick up the C main win this afternoon. Brady Shriver back there in position number 2 with David Cannon, Tommy Belong, and Ryan Barrett in the 55, bringing up the rear of the field back in that 5th position. As we'll get ready to rumble here in this one. Once again, top 5 will transfer through into our A main feature event, but this time for the B main. Oh man, this is going to be heartbreaking for one unfortunate driver here in this B main consolation race. One unlucky driver will load up their rides, join the fans in the stands here this evening. So one driver will not compete in our A main feature event, and that is going to be a tough pill to swallow. You do not want to be that one driver sitting down pit side watching all your fellow competitors battle for this win and for the Heartbreaker 50 championship here this afternoon, as Dees Price will start in the pole position. It is the 128 of Jacob Folds who will start in position number 2. The 07 of Dan McLeod back there in position number 3 with Alan Bergen there in position number 4. Starting in the 5th spot is the 21 of J.J. Crow, and starting back in 6th in that 315 machine, it's John Robinson. So we get 6 drivers, 5 transfer spots here in our B main consolation race. Once again, it's going to be a 3-lap shootout, and for one unlucky driver, they will not compete here this afternoon in our A main feature event, as D Price quickly onto the loud pedal. Dees Price looking to try to hold on to the race lead, but down low, the 128 of Jacob Foltz looking to try to take that tough spot away from him. Door to door, down through 3 and out of 4. They'll go nose to tail right there, down across the line for position number 1, as the 128 of Jacob Folds takes that race lead away from Dees Price. Price slides back to 2nd as Dan McLeod back there in 3rd. It's John Robinson in position number 4, in J.J. Crow in that 5th and final transfer spot. Unfortunately, Alan Bergen on the outside looking in as the white flag already been displayed. Oh, the 07 up the racetrack right there, maybe an open door for the 2. No, he cannot get there as Alan Bergen will be the one and only driver not to work his way into the A-Main feature event, as Foltz, Price, Robinson, Crow, and McLeod will all punch their tickets. Unfortunately for Alan Bergen, he is the one driver to not transfer into our A-Main feature event, as we'll get ready to rumble here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. You're not going to want to go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss out on any of this action, as our A-Main feature event about to come right at you here in just a few more seconds. As Brad Hunt, what's good, Brad? Brad coming in with the like and the share on the broadcast, coming in as the gaming page as well. The Bad Brad Racing coming in with that thumbs up and the share on the broadcast as well. They are on Facebook. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, drivers going to jump out onto the racetrack here. A quick warm-up session. They're going to make sure that their cars are absolutely perfect, pristine, and ready to rumble here for this A-Main feature event. We're going to get a quick break in. I'm going to get a quick drink, as these drivers are going to slowly pace this racetrack. They're going to try to work it in, and we're going to crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming as we get ready for the A-Main feature event.
Engine roar, rebel fly, Cedar Lake's the scene. Dirt race full of grace, checkered flag supreme. Heartbreaker 50 tearing down the track. Dust cloud, crowd loud, no turning back. Speedway thrill, clouds dire screech. Adrenaline rush within victory. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night light shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Later lake, wait, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within victory. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Speedway thrill, heart pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within victory's reach. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night light shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Cedar Lake, wake, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within victory. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Mud sling, gear sing, throttle push hard. Cheering blast, nothing past, relentless yard. Turn and burn, drivers urge, stay so high. Fierce plays, earn their praise, make them sigh. Make them sigh. Make them sigh.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to get ready here for the start of our A-Main feature event. Drivers getting their last few seconds here of this warm-up session, making sure that their cars are absolutely perfect and ready to rumble here this evening, as we have the first half of the field out there on the racetrack for the quick little warm-up here before the A-Main feature event. Now we'll see our second wave of drivers jump out onto the speedway. So breaking things up, giving these drivers a little extra room out there for the warm-up session to make sure that they got some space out there on the speedway, not putting everyone out there at one time. The admin's going to make sure that these drivers get a little bit of a chance here to try to roll out there with, you know, just a couple groupings, have a little bit of extra room to maneuver, make sure that their cars are set up perfectly and ready to rock and roll for this main feature event. Is Austin Furman coming in, show the love, says let's go Team Nitro. Cheering on the Nitro team here this afternoon as we see a lot of those Nitro rides out there on the Speedway, each and every one of them looking to try to put themselves up and into victory lane as Denise Foster coming in with that like as well. Denise, I appreciate that coming in, showing the love, smashing that thumbs up here on the broadcast as you see these drivers once again under power. They're laying down some good laps. They're making sure that their cars are hanging on and sitting perfectly. We do see the 55 ride go for a wild ride down the back straightaway, but quickly this warm-up session going to come to a close, and our Heartbreaker 50 will get underway, and these drivers will go to battle. Here this afternoon, $150 cash on the line for our race winner this afternoon. And some extra prize money out there for drivers back there behind our race winner to earn as well, to try to put some extra coinage into their pocket as well. But that $150 payday here on a Friday afternoon on iRacing is definitely not a bad day in the office, and each and every single one of these amazing drivers are looking to cash in here this afternoon.
Engine roar, gravel fly, Cedar Lake's the scene. Dirt race full of grace, checkered flag supreme. Heartbreaker 50 tearing down the track. Dust cloud, crowd loud, no turning back. Speedway thrill, cows tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night lights shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Later lake, wait, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Speedway thrill, heart pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victories reach. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night lights shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Cedar Lake, wake, inches quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, cows tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Mud sling, gear sing, throttle push hard. Cheering blast, nothing past within this yard. Turn and burn, drivers urge, stay so high. Fierce blaze, earn their praise, make them sigh. Make them sigh. Make them sigh.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rumble. 50 laps of racing action here this afternoon from Cedar Lake Speedway with the UMP Modifieds in the Heartbreaker 50, powered by Turn 4 Promotions. As each and every one of these competitors loading into the sim, they're all looking for the $150 win here this afternoon, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go to battle here on the afternoon. This is going to be a ton of fun. This is going to be some absolutely insane racing action here this afternoon. As oh man, there's a lot on the line here. $150, that's not a small payday. That's a lot of extra change to go into your back pocket here in this one. So the pressure is on for each and every one of these competitors, but out in front to keep yourself in the race lead and to try to keep all these drivers back there at bay. It's one tall task, as we're going to see these drivers go 4 wide and fancy here this afternoon. We're going to try to get them 4 wide. We may go 3 wide. Here you go. We're going to start to see them spread out a little bit more. 4 wide and fancy here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to give a quick shout out to one of the Turn 4 promotion man with the plan, the guy that helps put this all on, the guy who puts on these shows. It's James Miller. So a huge congratulations to Mr. Miller and his wife on their birth of the new baby girl here this afternoon, and that's a huge congratulations from myself here on Peacemaker, all these amazing drivers, and everybody over there with the Turn 4 Promotions crew, as they will not be here tonight. They're watching over there in the hospital, and we want to make sure that we say a huge congratulations to James Miller, his wife, and their new baby girl. Brother, congratulations, and hopefully you name her after me. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you, brother, but we can't wait to see some photos of the baby, man, as we get ready to rumble 4 wide and fancy here from Cedar Lake, as these drivers, they get ready to get lined back up. Everyone going back to where they need to be. Everyone gonna get ready to rumble here for this main feature event. Is out in front, it's Taylor Kleeman. Kleeman will lead us down to the green flag, as Stephen Gaines will start in position number 2. Starting in the 3rd spot, that is Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi will start in position number 3. It's Kyle Brennan who will start back there in position number 4 in that 4 ride. Michael Clark will start back in position number 5 with Grady Urban to his outside there in that 6th position. Then we see Alex Hooper and Christopher Joy back in row number 4. Row number 5 will be the 18 of Angel Ortega and the 71 of Trevin McCrillis, rounding out our top 10. There we see Michael Hackett, Landon Curran, Ben Flores, Sean Weekland, Blake Henn, Tyler Bickford, Dalton DeRosa, Daryl Bass, Jacob Folds, Levi Fisher, Dees Price, Brady Shriver, John Robinson, David Cannon, J.J. Crow, Timmy Belong, Ryan Barrett, Dan McLeod, bringing up the rear of the field as 28 drivers getting ready to go to battle here this afternoon. Is the Heartbreaker 50 about to get underway. The pace truck will speed off of the racetrack, and here you go. We go green flag racing here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Is Taylor Kleeman trying to keep all these drivers back there at bay for 50 laps of racing action, but Stephen Gaines and Tanner Tomasi quickly looking down low, trying to make the move around the 97 ride, as Taylor Kleeman able to lead lap number 1, getting up into the outside fence ever so slightly. They're 3 wide here in the front of the field. 3 wide racing here in the Heartbreaker 50. Out in front, and somehow or another, it's Taylor Kleeman who's able to hold on to the race lead, as Tanner Tomasi down low, trying to get that inside groove working perfectly here in that 09 ride, as the Fleet Fuels number 09 machine trying to take that race lead away. Stephen Gaines slides back into that 3rd position and quickly moving his way up and through the field. It's that number 32 ride of Christopher Joy. Joy now into position number 4 on the Speedway, and he's still trying to race his way up to the front of the field, and he's got lots of time to do this. Quickly gained about 4 positions, and now right there, just on the outside of a podium spot. Michael Clark hanging on to that 5th position, as Alex Harper back there in position number 6. Sitting in position number 7, losing 3 spots off the initial start, is Kyle Brennan, and Grady Urban in the 43 also losing a couple spots early on, as well as Grady slides back into position number 8. Angel Ortega back there in that 9th spot, battling door to door with the 71 of Trevin McCrillis. McCrillis trying to roll that inside groove, trying to take that 9th spot away from the 18 machine, as Michael Hackett in the 8 wide on the outside of the top 10 looking in. He's got Landon Curran, Tyler Bickford as Bicky back there in position number 13. It's Levi Fisher up 5 spots, moving his way up through the field. Our C main winner trying to race his way up towards the top 10. As Daryl Bass there in the 15th spot. It's Blake and Dalton DeRosa back in 17th with David Cannon, Sean Weekland, and John Robinson rounding out our top 20. But we see some contact in our first caution flag. Landon Curran pointed in the wrong direction in not the spot that the 87 ride wanted to be in early on this afternoon, as Landon Curran unfortunately going to go around and bring out our first caution flag here in our A main feature event. As what's good, Martin, Mr. Long coming in as well. What's good, Martin? Martin says hi. He says congratulations. Says we need some more 3-wide racing. 3-wide is absolutely amazing to watch, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work out. And unfortunately here for Trevin McCrillis. McCrillis gonna make some contact here with that 18 ride of Angel Ortega as they come together right here. Unfortunate contact. They get bound together. Some pretty solid damage for the front end of the 71. Some good rear damage and side damage here for the 18 ride, as here comes that 87 of Landon Curran. That's where we're going to see Curran make the contact there with Trevor McCrillis. That's where he'll go around, as a good piece of driving by the 18 to keep himself out of the outside fence and keep that car pointed in the right direction and out of the wall, is unfortunately for Landon Curran pointed the wrong direction. Unfortunately, not the spot he wants to be, as that one happened rather quickly, and unfortunately, we'll put him back to the rear of the field here, as we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. We'll get another look at it right there. It's some pretty solid contact there between the 71 and the 18, and unfortunately, just wrong place, wrong time, and Landon Curran going around early on in this one, as we'll get them stacked up. We'll get them racked up. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing, as Taylor Kleeman continuing to lead the way. Tanner Tomasi there in position number 2. In position number 3, we do see Stephen Gaines into his outside. That's Christopher Joy rounding out our front 2 rows on the racetrack, as we'll get them stacked up 2 by 2 by 2. That 97 rider, Taylor Kleeman, he is the control car. The HE Racing ride gets to set the pace, and he's got him down to a creeping pace here, as the pace truck going to come back out here, an extended caution flag, so we'll get another little bit of a break. Wait for the lights to go back off the official iRacing pace truck, and not going back to green flag just as of yet, as we'll get them all stacked up and ready to go. The lights are off the official iRacing paint truck, so we should go back to green flag racing this next time by the start finish line. We'll see if Taylor Kleeman tries to control that restart like he was there, as he got down to a pretty slow pace this time, definitely carrying that speed through the corner just ever so slightly more, but still slowing down quite a bit and trying to get that big launch as we go back to green flag racing. The green flag quickly back into the air. It's Taylor Kleeman trying to hold on to the race lead here at Cedar Lake Speedway for the Heartbreaker 50, as these UMP modified drivers putting on one heck of a show for us, as Tanner Tomasi trying to take that race lead away from the 97 as they're door-to-door. Back there behind him, here comes Christopher Joy. Joy trying to take that third spot away from Stephen Gaines. Gaines trying to hold on to it, as we see our second caution flag of the day fly. So our second caution flag will come out quickly there after the first one, as cautions bringing cautions here at Cedar Lake Speedway. And unfortunately for the 21 ride, already looks like he's got a little bit of left front damage here on this 21, having some handling issues, sends it into the corner. The car just gets tight, washes up the racetrack, pancakes that inside fence for the second time here this afternoon, and that car just dug and stops there on the racetrack, and that's where we see the caution flag be displayed, as there goes our race leaders. The 21 does take it off the racetrack and down pit road. Unfortunately, just not quick enough. As yo, Jimmy 6 times. Jimmy coming in, show the love. What's good? Says PSCRL is here, baby. We love to see that. How are you, Jimmy 6 times coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, currently right now, we only have about 6 likes on the broadcast over there on YouTube. 6 likes. We have over 20 plus viewers watching over there on the YouTube channel. Make sure, if you guys haven't already, do us an absolutely simple favor. It doesn't cost you anything, helps us out a ton. Hit that like button on the broadcast, smash that thumbs up, hit the reaction, and help us out a ton over there, not only on YouTube but also over on Facebook, as every like, comment, and share helps push the stream out to more and more viewers. As we quickly go back to green flag racing and contact our race leader up into the outside fence. Heavy contact, heavy damage here for Taylor Kleeman. Kleeman now going to get up into the outside fence, going to take the 87 ride of Landon Curran with him, as cautions breeding cautions, and unfortunately this time it's going to strike at the front of the field, as the number 97 gonna get some contact right here. You see that 09 ride of Tanner Tomasi still trying to find his way around this 97, looking for a big run, trying to hit him with excuse me. Sorry about that. Trying to hit him with the crossover right there. Unfortunately, just going to make a little bit of contact, enough to straighten out this 97 ride right there. As the 97 slides up over his nose, the 07, the 09, they make some contact. That's what gets Tomasi back into the 97 machine. And for Kleeman, our race leader early on this afternoon, and our pole sitter, hard contact into the outside fence. That right front absolutely sheared off that race car. Everyone trying to scatter, trying to avoid running into the back end of the 97. Everyone trying to get around him right here. 55 just getting a little piece right there, and then obviously just not being able to turn that car no right front, and he's just going to go wash up the racetrack in corner number 3. The 87 trying to squeeze by there, and for Landon Curran, again, wrong place, wrong time. Ends up with some pretty solid damage right there as he gets into the 97 and into that corner 3 fence. And unfortunately, some more damage there for himself. And once again, going to the rear of the field, as you do see our pole sitter and our early race leader, Taylor Kleeman, down pit side, heavy smoke bowling out of that 97 ride. Looks like he's going to be down there for an extended period of time, and his night may be over, as out in front, getting the race lead, but now with a little bit of front end damage here himself. That 09 ride of Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi will consume that race lead, so a tough break for the 97, but a good break for the 09 bike. Here you go. The crew doing a great job and quickly getting Taylor Kleeman back out onto the racetrack here. Trying to find Taylor out there on the racing surface, as he's moving too quick here for us. Here he comes. There we go. Rolling back out onto the racetrack here. The 97 ride will keep himself on the lead lap, getting that car repaired and back out onto the racetrack. Absolutely miraculous to be able to see the crew be able to go to work that quick and get that car back out onto the racetrack and getting ready to go back to battle. As Martin says, don't worry, I just like the video. Let's go, Martin. I appreciate that, brother, coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the broadcast. Jimmy 6 times says, this is some dirty racing. It is definitely dirty. It is on dirt. It is fun. It is some skirts in the dirt here this afternoon, and we like to see it that way. We love to see the dirt track racing here on Peacemaker Gaming. Don't get me wrong, we love the NASCAR. We love the pavement action as well. As man, I'll watch any type of racing. I'll broadcast any type of racing. You get me 2 squirrels, put them on a sidewalk. I will see which one gets to the other side of the sidewalk first. I do not care. Racing is racing, and it is a ton of fun, and it is being very, very fun for us here this afternoon. A lot of action, a lot of back and forth, a lot of great battles out there on the racetrack. Drivers trying to work themselves forward, other drivers trying to hang on. Some drivers maybe playing a little bit of strategy here. The tire wear still a factor here in these UMP modifieds. When you come to a racing track like Cedar Lake Speedway, it gets slicked up in a quick hurry, and we've seen some drivers taking it a little bit easier out there on those tires, trying to save a little bit here for late in this race. As we will get ready to go back to green flag race, and we'll get ready to duke it out here once again. In this one is Darius Richard Brent. Darius coming in, showing the love with that like on the stream. Chris Peters also coming in, smash that thumbs up as well. How are you, Chris? How are you, Darius? Hopefully hopefully you guys are having yourselves a wonderful Friday afternoon. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, the base truck will quickly speed off of the racing surface, and we will go back to green flag racing here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Let's see how many laps we can get in this time before the caution flag comes back out, as door to door for the race lead is Tanner Tomasi up on the top shelf. The 07 of Stephen Gaines down through the middle, and here comes that 13 of Michael Clark. The NLRA 07 ride or 13 ride trying to put himself underneath of that 07, trying to make him 3 wide as Christopher Joy trying to hold on to that third spot on the speedway. Joy able to just slide up clear over the nose of the 13 of Michael Clark, keeping Clark back there in position number 4, but here comes that 43 ride. The Sipes Landscaping Studio A Hair Salon Fusion setup shop number 43. Grady Ehrman up into the 5th position. He's looking to finally start to strike and work his way towards the front of the field. Kyle Brennan there in 6th with Alex Harper back in 7th. And the EC1 driver upside down. Red flag on the racetrack. Red flag out there on the speedway. A couple drivers tied together, a couple upside down, and we will see the yellow flag back out here on the racetrack. A ton of cars tore up down here through corner number 3 and 4, and we will get a look back here at it, see what happens. It's some tough racing, door-to-door action. Unfortunately for Mr. Bass here, he's going to get tied up in this one. He's actually going to get a little bit of contact there with the 8 ride. That's going to spin the 8 machine somewhat around. They lose a lot of momentum. They lose a ton of speed, and then you just watch everyone else pile into this one. As they get tied together, the 90 ride ends up going around. The 81 ride of Cannon slams into the side of him. Here comes the 07 ride upside down, going airborne right there as the 3rd driver in there, and we do see Angel Ortega also getting collected here in this one, as that's actually the 17 ride of Dalton DeRosa who gets tied up in this one, goes upside down. We also see a couple more drivers up against the outside fence. Man, there's so many cars that just got absolutely destroyed down here through corner number 3 and 4. Launch the 17 ride, sends it in here, looking for a big run, trying to get around the 18. Unfortunately, a pair of drivers together. The 18 slides in there, slams into him. You look at the 315 trying to get around the 81. They'll get tied together into the outside fence. Heavy damage there for both of those cats, and then Dalton upside down a few times. The 70 ride getting some serious damage into that one. Same with the 55 machine, and here comes that 03 somehow or another gonna get right around there in very minimal contact, very minimal damage there for that 03. Is, man, and what a ride for Dalton DeRosa out there on the speedway. Let's see if we can jump on board with this 17 ride as he's trying to hunt these guys down. He's looking to try to make the moves himself, and all of a sudden, this is his view. Wowzers. Definitely not the sight you want to see in behind the steering wheel. You never want to see yourself or one of those fellow competitors go upside down and run into those problems. And unfortunately, some heavy damage for a bunch of competitors as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go back to green flag racing. As Darius says, hey man, nice to see you. How's it been? Haven't been on here for a while since the Montana iRacing League last year. Yeah, Darius, that's a long time, brother. That's a long time. Unfortunately, scheduling-wise, couldn't squeeze in the Montana iRacing League again this year. Hopefully next year we can get things planned forward a little bit farther in advance and see if we can squeeze them in next year as well, and see if we can get all those Montana iRacing drivers back in here onto our broadcast. As Tanner Tomasi out in front, he's looking to try to pick up the Heartbreaker 50 checkered flag here this afternoon, as down across the line we will complete lap number 20. So 20 laps down, 30 more laps left to go here in this one, and each each and every one of these drivers, they're starting to feel that pressure. They know that time is quickly running out and that they need to make some moves and get themselves to the front of the field if they want an opportunity at picking up the $150 payday that comes along with this afternoon's checkered flag. As out in front, Tanner Tomasi looking to cash in. Stephen Gaines right there behind him, though, in position number 2 of Michael Clark now into that third spot as he was able to clear that 32 of Christopher Joy. Joy still trying to battle hard here with the UDTV and LRA. Number 13 right out, Michael Clark for that third spot on the racetrack is Kyle Brennan now working the 4 machine back up inside the top 5. Brennan in that 5th position as Brady Urban and Levi Fisher battle door to door. Back there for position number 6, Levi Fisher, one of those drivers that advanced through our C main consolation race, was back there in the C main, able to punch his ticket into the show, and for that 13 ride, he has been working his way methodically through the traffic and towards the front of the field, now up 14 positions, sliding in front of that 4 in 43 is there 3-4 wide here at Cedar Lake Speedway. 4 wide racing, what a show, ladies and gentlemen. You wanted it, well, here you go. These drivers putting on one heck of a race for us, one heck of a battle. As look out, they're going to get stacked up down through corner number 3 and 4 as the caution flag does come back out, and everyone sliding in there trying to keep themselves out of trouble is unfortunately the 55 ride of Ryan Barrett. Gonna go around here. Let's play this back and see the contact. Is Barrett trying to work himself around the 18 machine? That's Angel right there in front of them. They get tied together. Unfortunately, the front nose gets hooked underneath of that 18 ride and goes around. Just pointed in the wrong direction right there. Quickly, the caution flag will be displayed, and that will get everyone once again stacked up and ready to go back to battle. As you do see the 07. Oh no, this is a heartbreaker here. The 07 ride of Stephen Gaines. He's going to slide in here, get some pretty serious contact. Same with our race leader. Look at Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi slams into the 55. The 07 of Stephen Gaines gets in there as well. Heavy contact for both our top 2 competitors. And unfortunately, we do see Tanner Tomasi take his car down pit sign, but the officials are going to be nice enough about that one. They're going to give him his spot back out there on the racetrack. So a very lucky break for the 09 ride. A very generous admin crew up there in the booth, making sure that they get those calls done. Obviously, lap traffic, a driver that was already struggling out there, making contact with the race leaders. It was nice of them to allow him to head down pit side, get that car repaired, and go back to his spot out in front of the field. Stephen Gaines as well. They're in position number 2. Lucky for both of those cats that it wasn't any worse for them here in that caution flag. As Christopher Joy back up into 3rd, Michael Clark sits in position number 4. The 4 ride right there in position number 5. That is Kyle Brennan. Then we see Levi Fisher and Grady Urban back in 6 and 7. As we get ready to rumble here once again, it's Alex Harper back in 8th, Tyler Bickey back there in the 9th position, and Michael Hackett in the HC Racing number 8 ride, rounding out our top 10. Tees Price up 11 positions in the 117 ride. Tees up inside the top 11 on the racetrack is the 97 machine. Our early race leader, our pole sitter, slowly but surely trying to race his way back up towards the front of the field. It's Taylor Kleeman who sits there in position number 12. Landon Curran, Ben Flores, David Cannon, Daryl Bass, Blake Henn, Jacob Fields, Trevin McCrellis, Dalton Del Rosa, JJ Crow, Timmy Belong, Angel Ortega, Dan McLeod, John Robinson bringing up the rear of the field of active drivers as Ryan Barrett down and off of the racetrack. Sean Wheatland also down pit side, and the 03 of Brady Shriver also down on pit road. So potentially 3 drivers down and out of this race. So we did see Stephen Gaines also head down pit side. They were going to allow that 07 ride an opportunity to head down pit road, get his car repaired as well after that contact with the 55 right of Ryan Barrett, and he is going to get his position back. Good news for the 07. Tough news for all of his competitors that are trying to find a way around him, as we will get him stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing, as we are just outside of our halfway marker, just past that halfway point here in this A main feature event. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, halfway through this feature event, you know what that means. We're gonna jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here for the restart, we want you to crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Crank up that volume, hear the sights and sounds of these beautiful UMP modifieds around Cedar Lake Speedway here in the Heartbreaker 50, powered by the Turn 4 Promotions. As we wait for the lights to turn off the official iRacing pace car to let these drivers back loose, we'll have to wait and see if it's this time by. It does look like the lights are still on, so it looks like we're going to get another lap here under the caution flag before our crank it up, as we will crank it up when the green flag comes back out to allow you guys the most exciting crank it up here in iRacing. So the lights are off, the official iRacing pace car, and we're going to get ready. Nope, lights still on here, so we're still waiting here for drivers to potentially come back out from pit side, as caution flag still out. We'll see if we get the lights turned off this next time by. Obviously, drivers lined up. They are ready to go. They want to see that green flag fly here once again. They want to get done and out of this race quickly enough, but right now they are having to wait very patiently here throughout these yellow flags, waiting and just building that anticipation, all the nerves and everything else under the yellow flag. As here you go, the lights are off. This time we will get ready to go back to green flag racing, as we will jump into our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers here in the Heartbreaker 50. heavy contact right there as the caution flag will come back out on the racetrack as unfortunate contact, a slide job gone wrong for Christopher Joy as Joy was looking to try to move his way around Tanner Tomasi, and Tomasi ends up hard into the outside fence down in through corner number 3 and 4. Let's take a look back and see what happens here as that will bring a close to our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. Give it up to all these drivers, a beautiful crank it up session right there, but it comes to a close here with the caution flag. A big slide job right there at a Stephen Gaines gets a 2 for 1 down through corner number 1 and 2, but contact right there, and look at that car absolutely implode out there on the racetrack. Tanner Tomasi getting that contact as the 32 makes the move down to his inside, tries to slide up, tries to clear the nodes of the 09 right, unfortunately does not clear him, tags that left front and just shoots that car up into the outside fence, airborne into the catch fence here at Cedar Lake Speedway for Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi with that heavy damage, luckily enough, does land back onto all 4 tires, but that car absolutely destroyed, and he'll have to tow that thing back down pit side to try to get that car repaired and back out onto the racetrack. But this late in the race, his afternoon may have just went up in smoke. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Tanner Tomasi as you'll see the first big slide job here out of the 07 right. There's the big slider out of Stephen Gaines. Now they're going to go 3 wide down the back straight away. He drives it in there, and unfortunately there's the contact, there's the fence, and there is the sky for Tanner Tomasi as that car absolutely explodes, and unfortunately it is done, and it is potentially the end of the night for Tanner as he does take that car down pit side. He's joined alongside a few other competitors here as we do see Jacob Fields down pit row. We see Trevin McCrillis and a lot of other cats also down pit side here. John Robinson, Timmy Belong, Kyle Brennan in the 4 wide down pit side. Ryan Barrett, Sean Weekland, and Brady Shriver also down pit side out there on the racetrack as we'll get them stacked up, we'll get them racked up, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing nonetheless. But things are looking quite a bit different here at the front of the field as out in front leading the way, that is Michael D. Clark out in front. He was able to take that race lead away from Tanner Tomasi, which got Tomasi kind of bent out of shape and back there into that trouble, and unfortunately he ends up getting the worst part of the deal. Now parked down pit side as the 13 rider Michael Clark leads the way. Stephen Gaines in position number 2. It's Grady Ehrman up into position number 3 with Levi Fisher, our main consolation race winner. That 13 ride now finds himself into position number 4 and looking for more in our early race leader, our pole sitter Taylor Kleeman, back up inside the top 5 there for that 97 machine. A heck of a rebound for Taylor here this afternoon as Michael Hackett, Alex Harper, Landon Curran, Daryl Bass, and Ben Flores rounding out the rear of our top 10 here this afternoon. David Cannon back at 11th with Dees Price, Dalton DeRosa, AJ Crow, Angel Ortega, Dan McLeod, Tyler Bickford, Blake Henn, rounding out the lead lap competitors as we do see, unfortunately, Christopher Joy back there as well now. So Joy also taking his 32 ride down pit side, and he rounds out our top 19 as Tanner Tomasi down pit side has taken his car off the racetrack, and he currently sits in that 20th position. As we go back to green flag racing, look out, contact back there behind him. We see the 43 of Grady Ehrman get up into the outside fence somehow or another. He's able to keep that car pointed in the right direction as the heat is on out in front. Clark trying to keep that 07 ride of Stephen Gaines back there at bay as Gaines looking for the late race lead here this afternoon is down across the line. That is the 7 laps left to go as Michael Doss coming in, or Matthew Doss says, "You suck, left my ass up just kidding. I appreciate that, Matthew, brother, coming in and showing the love here in this one. And 6 laps left to go, down across the line here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Will it be Stephen Gaines who takes the late race lead away from Michael Clark, or can Clark hold on and pick up the Heartbreaker 50 checkered flag here this afternoon? We'll have to find out in just a little bit, as the caution flag going to come back out, as unfortunately one driver that's ran into multiple issues here this evening. It is Landon Curran again in this 87, getting timed up, and unfortunately some pretty heavy damage on the Speed Ranch 87 machine. He's had nothing but hard luck all afternoon, and right there out of corner number 2, trying to battle door to door with the 90 ride. Unfortunately, Darrell Bass comes up the racetrack just ever too slightly, trying to clear the 87, then make contact, shoves the nose into the outside fence, and nowhere to go for the 04 ride as he slams into him. The 81 also getting a big piece right there as well. So heavy damage for Ben Flores, heavy damage there for the 81 machine of David Cannon, as Cannon trying to keep on sliding through there. You see that 117 and D's Price split in the middle right there, trying to avoid more contact and more carnage down through corner number 3 and 4. But let's play this back and take another look at it, as unfortunate break there for the 87. Heavy contact, heavy damage there for himself. Let's see if we can jump on board with him and see what happens from the cockpit as he's rolling the outside groove here, trying to put that power down, trying to carry that momentum, and unfortunately right there you see the 90 ride come up. They run out of room. He finds the outside fence, gets bounced around there a couple times, and unfortunately, heavy damage. Gonna have to take that 87 ride back down pit side here this afternoon, as we're gonna get ready to go back to green flag racing, as Matthew Doss says, what place is Timmy B. Long in? Timmy B. Long is unfortunately down and out of this race. He scored back in 22nd, and he has his car off of the racing surface here. So the night going a little bit too early here for Timmy B. Long, as he is taking his car back down behind the pit wall. It unfortunately looks like he has loaded it up and back onto the hauler here this afternoon. As we'll get them ready to rumble, we get ready to go back to green flag racing with only 5 more laps left to go. The 13 ride looking to try to lead these final 5 laps, trying to keep the 07 of Stephen Gaines, the 43 of Grady Ehrman back there at bay, is Clark quickly sees that green flag fly. He's back onto the lap pedal, jumps right back to the outside fence, trying to carry that momentum and keep these drivers back there at bay. And Stephen Gaines looking to try to make the move, looking to try to take this late race lead away from the 13. It's Grady Ehrman who's trying to hunt them down, in our pole sitter, in our early race leader who ran into issues early on in this one, now into position number 4 and looking for more, as the caution flag will be displayed again here late in this race, says David Cannon. In the 81, going to run into some problems here. Let's take a look back and see what happens to that Speed Ranch 81 machine. He's rolling the outside groove. Looks like that left front already has some pretty solid damage on it, and he sends it into the corner. The car just does not want to turn. He gets up into the outside fence, bumpers it pretty hard right there. Unfortunately gets stopped on the racetrack, and that's where we see that caution flag flying. So he'll take it down pit side and off the racing surface. Unfortunately, as soon as you're stopped on the speedway, the caution flag will be displayed. So we will get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Definitely not another restart that Michael Clark wanted to see. He had a couple car lengths there between himself and that 07 rider Stephen Gaines. Gaines now with another opportunity to try to get a good launch, try to put that pressure onto his back bumper and try to make that move to take this win away from Michael Clark. Clark going to be doing everything he can, though, to keep these drivers back there at bay. He knows there's $150 on the line here for the top spot, and he wants to be able to cash in, cash out, and take everybody's money here this afternoon. Gaines sitting back there in second. He wants that beautiful checkered flag and the win here this afternoon in the Heartbreaker 50 as we go back to green flag racing. Clark quickly back onto the lap pedal, gains that time a very solid restart, trying to hang right to the back bumper of the 13 as the laps continue to click down, this time down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We will see 2 more laps left to go here in the Heartbreaker 50, powered by the Turn 4 Promotions. As contact back there behind him. Look out, that's exactly what Michael Clark wanted to see, but not the caution flag. He did not want to see the yellow flag be displayed. He wanted to be able to run away with this one, and the drivers back there behind him running into problems. Could have been the door open that he was looking for, as the 97 ride gonna try to go for a big slide job around the 43 of Grady Ehrman. Unfortunately, he clears the 43, but unfortunately does not clear the 07 of Stephen Gaines. They make some pretty solid contact right there. Everyone kind of stacks up. The admin crew quickly throwing that caution flag, as it could have got a whole lot worse in a quick hurry, as everybody on the edge of their seats trying to get every inch they can out there on the speedway. And unfortunately, that will bring the yellow flag back out here this afternoon. Another late race yellow flag as the Allen Experience is 22nd. Yeah, unfortunately there, 22nd for Timmy Belong on the racetrack as we go back to green flag racing. A good restart, a great jump out of Michael Clark as the NLRA number 13 machine looking to try to pick up the checkered flag and put himself into this Cedar Lake Speedway victory lane here this afternoon. As down across the line, we will see that white flag flying. So one more time around, no matter what, here this afternoon is Clark. Nice and easy down the back straightaway for the final time. It's Michael Clark down through corner number 3. The 07 of Stephen Gaines can't get there as Clark will pick up the checkered flag and he will win the Heartbreaker 50 here this afternoon, powered by Turn 4 Promotions, as Michael Clark will cash in and pick up the big payday as he pulls that 13 machine up and into the Cedar Lake Speedway victory lane. Stephen Gaines will come home in position number 2, and it's Grady Ehrman who will round out our top 3 here this afternoon as the Fusion Setup Shop, Sipes Landscaping, Studio A Hair Salon number 43 ride will round out our top 3 here this afternoon. And great run for Michael Hackett back there in 4th. Alex Harper there in 5th with Darrell Bass, Dees Price, J.J. Crow, Dalton D. Rosa, and Tyler Bickford rounding out our top 10 here this evening. But it's all Michael Clark. As Clark gets it done, will pull himself up and into victory lane, and we'll get ready to pull our top 3 up and into the broadcast booth for their post-race interviews. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't go anywhere as you don't want to miss out on our top 3 interviews. So give it up for our race winner, Michael Clark, as we pull him up into the broadcast booth. Don't have permissions to drag in here. All right, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get the Discord figured out here so we can drag our race winner up and into the broadcast booth as we wait patiently. They're waiting patiently down pit side. I'm sure they're probably using the bathroom, trying to get a little bit of a break in as we get ready to pull our top 3 up and into the booth. Let's see. Nope, still can't do it. No, still does not work. Alrighty, our boys are trying to figure out how to get it so that we can get admin roles here to be able to drag people in and out. See that they're trying their best, trying to figure out what they need to do or what setting they need to put it on. Interesting. Bear with us here, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us. All right, here we go. It is going to work. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Michael D. Clark. As he picks up the checkered flag, we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here on the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Michael, man, take us back through this one as you're able to pick up the Heartbreaker 50 checkered flag here this afternoon. The prize money that goes along with it and the bragging rights as well, as you keep 27 other Fast Cats back there behind you and put yourself up and into the Cedar Lake Speedway victory lane, man. Take us back through this one and what's going through your mind as you're up there in victory lane right now.
Yeah, man, I know we had a good car from the start. Me and Steven and Grady and Kiefer, we all tested a whole lot, put a lot of time into this, and I knew I had a car that could win, and we put ourselves in a good position through qualifying in the heat race. So I knew that we could do it. It just had to go our way, and it did.
Absolutely, definitely went your way as you're right there in the right place at the right time to strike, as you were able to make the moves and get yourself around Tanner Tomasi, around Stephen Gaines, and all of a sudden jump out in front. But those late race caution flags, man, had to have you feeling a little bit nervous, even though you guys are working together and not necessarily teammates, but driving for Fusion Setup Shops, making sure that these cars are absolutely hooked up. And here you are trying to battle with them, trying to keep them back there at bay late in this race, restart after restart after restart.
Yeah, we're all teammates. We were all giving each other information and everything about the line, and yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all competitors and we're all trying to win it, right? So even though we're teammates, it's not like we're not going to drive each other dirty or anything, but we're not going to give somebody else the win as well. So we're all competitors at the end of the day. We all had really bad, fast pieces, so yeah.
Absolutely, a lot of very fast race cars and a lot of great talent out there on the Speedway, but nobody better than yourself here this afternoon. As Michael, you're able to pull that 13 up and into the Cedar Lake Speedway victory lane, man. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this afternoon?
First and foremost, Fusion Setup Shop. Matt builds some bad stuff for the late models, and we've got a good thing going here for the UMPs, it looks like. So them first and foremost, DKeep Speed, Stephen Gaines Consulting, UDTV, All Out Graphics, and of course my team, NLRA, Nick Leonard. So thanks to all the guys over there that give us the bad piece to finish up front like this. So huge shout out to those guys.
Absolutely. Well, Michael, congratulations on picking up this Turn 4 Promotions Heartbreaker 50 victory this afternoon, man. An absolutely amazing race, an absolutely amazing run by yourself and all these competitors. But as the dust settles, you're up there in victory lane. You get to celebrate. You get to pick up the big payday here this afternoon on a Friday night on iRacing, man. There's nothing better, no better feeling, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your afternoon and take this momentum and to pick it up more and more checkered flags here in the future.
Yes, sir, and thank you for the stream here.
Absolutely, brother. It's always my pleasure. Michael, congratulations again on the checkered flag, and hopefully we'll see you back out there in one of these other Turn 4 Promotions events and back up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for Michael D. Clark as he picks up the checkered flag, our race winner, the Heartbreaker 50 winner here in 2025, as we get ready to pull in our second place driver, Stephen Gaines. Gaines, unfortunately the bridesmaid here this afternoon. Let's pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Stephen, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Steven, man, a very solid run, a very fast car all afternoon. Unfortunately, just looked like you just couldn't quite get the runs or the lanes that you needed out there on the Speedway to put yourself at the front here to control this race, to try to keep these guys back there at bay. As Michael was able to get around you, we saw obviously the 09 of Tanner Tomasi out in front for quite a little while right there in that 97 ride out in front early on, and it just seemed like you were always sitting right there in striking distance, but back in that second or third position here this afternoon.
Yes, sir. We were definitely there all race. We were trying to preserve our stuff there and make sure we had something with 10 to go, and I think we did a really good job of that. We got caught in a little incident when we all bunched up there, and Clark was able to get around us, and then we just kind of paced ourselves and paced, and I'm super proud of my guys. I mean, that's a 1-2-3 for us right there, and I couldn't be more happy for Clark, and he puts in a lot of work, and I'm just so proud of him.
Absolutely a great finish and a great team run there at the front of the field, being able to get the Fusion Setup Shop up and on the podium and controlling this race later on in the afternoon when it matters the most. And you're right there all afternoon. You were trying to save your stuff. You were trying to put yourself into this position. Unfortunately, on those late race restarts just seemed like you couldn't quite get enough to make those moves to be able to try to find yourself at the front of the field and picking up the payday here this afternoon. What did you need a little bit more of there to potentially get the job done?
I feel like those late race caution after caution, restart after restart just kept on getting to us because we were good on the restarts, but momentum was killer. So once we got our speed back up there after turn 1 and 2, I think we were able to close the gap. But then as soon as we get up there to them, try and make a move or put ourselves in contention to win this race, felt like another caution would come out and we'd have to do the same thing over and over again. And there before you knew it, it was a white flag. So I just feel like we kind of ran out of time there towards the end. But overall, I mean, I'm just so happy.
Absolutely. Well, 50 laps here at Cedar Lake Speedway, they go by in a flash, but you're able to keep yourself, for the most part, out of trouble, pointing it in the right direction, and keeping yourself up inside the top 3. And you finish off tonight with a solid second-place run. Steven, who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance out there on the racetrack?
First and foremost, I would like to thank Nick Leonard at NLRA, our team owner. He puts in a lot of time with us and takes really good care of us as a group of guys. And Fusion Setup Shop, we got open UMPs coming next season, and I think this is just trying to be the beginning for us. And we have got a lot of speed here early, and I consider us one of the guys to beat every time we're in a UMP. So, and we're the cheapest out there. So if you ever need anything, I would always head over there. Easy to work with. I think Damian Kiefer, he put in a lot of time helping me learn these cars and build these sets, and I would never be able to repay him for that. He has always been there for me, and he's been the best. And then UDTV, who am I missing? I think that's it. I think that's all of our guys.
Perfect. Well, Steven, man, a great run, a solid drive here this afternoon. Hopefully, more and more of these amazing UMP shows and more opportunities for yourself and the team to jump up here into the Peacemaker Gaming broadcasting booth post-race, man, as that was a hell of a show, hell of a race, and we can't wait to see you guys back out there on the racetrack. But congratulations again on that second-place finish, and hopefully in the next one we'll see you right back up here, maybe one spot better and in victory lane yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and thank you for the broadcast and everything you're doing. You put on a great show, make it very entertaining for the fans to watch and the people that are watching it. You definitely make it interesting.
I appreciate that, brother. We try our best up here in the broadcast booth to put on a show for everybody to enjoy and to stay entertained, whether or not it's a caution fest, a snooze fest, or anything else. We always try to make sure that everyone can still have a good time and be entertained, not only with the racing, but with some of my antics up here in the broadcast booth as well.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. You have a good night.
Yes, you as well, Steven. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Steven Gaines. Steven coming home in position number 2 here this afternoon as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher, our third place driver here this evening. It's the number 43 of Grady Ehrman. Grady coming home in that third spot, able to round out the podium here this afternoon, and we'll get him up and into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey Grady, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Gotcha, man.
Grady, man, another solid run, another great race for the 43 machine here this afternoon. Unfortunately, come up a couple spots shy of the checkered flag, but able to finish off the 1-2-3 podium finish for Fusion Setup Shops, man. Take us back through this race, and what's going through your mind right now as you park it up there on the podium?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a great night, but qualified, not really that great. So, tried to drive it through the heat race and started fourth in the heat race, and then drove to second, which was pretty good. And I tried to bite my time for as long as I could in the feature, but I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go, and I couldn't stay just driving around people all night. So, I had to make some moves and try to get going.
Absolutely had to make some moves, had to try to get to the front of the field as quickly as possible. And doing so, we saw you get tied up in a couple different incidences out there. Obviously, drivers trying to throw those slide jobs, trying to make the moves themselves. And we saw some pretty decent contact there into the 43 a couple times out there on the racetrack. But you were able to keep yourself pointed in the right direction. Was that damage kind of hindering your performance there late in that race as you were trying to hunt down Stephen Gaines and Michael Clark for the win?
I think it hindered it a little bit, but I don't know. What's a story without a villain? So, it is what it is in my book.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Grady, another amazing run, another great performance here this afternoon in your iRacing career as you park it up on the podium, getting yourself another solid performance here on Peacemaker Gaming. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and solid performance this afternoon?
Truly everybody over at Fusion. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be up here in the top three. Huge shout out to Michael Clark, who surprised me with an entry. So big shout out to him and congratulations on the win. Shout out to Steven for all the tips and trip recently, especially in these cars, and his second place run. Mud Missile Industries, Speedway Watts, Type Lawn Care, Type Driveway Sealing, Roth Excavating, Juju Suites, and Valley Contracting. And you and everybody over on the Heartbreaker side to put this on.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Grady, a great run, a great drive, and another great performance here for you, mister. And we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack and right back up here in the broadcast booth in the future, as I know you're always making trips up here. And I'm sure without a doubt here before long, we'll see you right back up here in a couple spots better and back into victory lane yourself.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
Beauty, Grady, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and congratulations again on the third place finish.
You too, man. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Grady Ehrman, as Erms comes home in position number 3 here this afternoon. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, that will do it for us here this afternoon as the Heartbreaker 50 coming to a close this afternoon. These drivers, man, they put on a heck of a show, a heck of a race, and to each and every one of the competitors, we appreciate you and thank you for tuning in and jumping out there and putting on a show for all the fans in the stands and for all your friends and family that are watching and cheering you on here this afternoon. You guys did an absolutely amazing job. Even with the caution flags, it was still good, hard racing out there on the Speedway, and we appreciate y'all tuning in and showing the love here throughout the broadcast. And we can't thank you guys enough for watching and showing the love here in this one. As Martin Long says, good night. Peace out, Martin. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, brother. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is our cue as well right there. We can't thank you enough up here on the broadcast booth, but we will catch you guys back here tomorrow night for some more racing action here on Peacemaker Gaming. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn the bell notifications on, that way you never miss it when we go live here on Peacemaker Gaming. And we'll catch you back up here in the broadcast booth tomorrow afternoon for the Premium Stock Car Racing League. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. An absolutely amazing Heartbreaker 50 here this afternoon, powered by Turn 4 Promotions. We can't thank them for having us up here in the broadcast booth, giving you guys the great show. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations again to Mr. Michael Clark on the checkered flag and the win here in the Heartbreaker 50, powered by Turn 4 Promotions.
engine roar, gravel fly, Cedar Lake's the scene. Dirt race full of grace, checkered flag supreme. Heartbreaker 50 tearing down the track. Dust cloud, crowd loud, no turning back. Speedway thrill, cows tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night light shining bright, metal grind. Drivers weave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Later lake, wait, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Speedway thrill, heart pounds, tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory's reach. Lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Late night light shining bright, metal grind. Drivers leave, never leave, focus mind. Wheel to wheel, pushing steel, rivals tight. Race for glory, no story, just a fight. Cedar Lake, wake, engines quake, pure delight. Dirt vibes, fast rides under the night. Fans scream, chase the dream, races fly. Heartbreaker 50 aiming for the sky. Speedway thrill, cows tire screech. Adrenaline rush within, victory lap by lap, battling in the dirt. One slip, wheels dip, scrape a bit of earth. Mud sling, gear sing, throttle push hard. Cheering past, nothing past, relentless yard. Turn and burn, drivers urge, stay so high. Fierce blaze, earn their praise, make them sigh. Make them sigh. Make them sigh. Engine roar, clouds the dust rise high. Steel beast grip the red clay sky. Heart pounding in a high-speed chase. A thunderstorm in a metal case. Spectators roar, the fuel fumes strong. Racers fight like bulls head on. Rubber burns in the twilight glow, and every lap dreams go toe to toe. The theaters roar, the fuel feels strong. Racers fight like bulls head on. Rubber burns in the twilight glow, and every lap dreams go toe to toe. Speed demons ride the night, hearts beating in blinding light. At Cedar Lake, where legends shake, their names carved in a tire streak. Streak. Each lap of life with no rewind. Sharp as the curves they grind. Victory close as the heartbeat sound. They call it a race, but it's ground bound. At Cedar Lake, where legends shake, the names carved in a tire streak. Demons ride the night, hearts beating in blinding light. At Cedar Lake, where legends shake, their names carved in